So, Steve, how do you sum up the game against the Raw? Obviously, a couple of goals from them, but to get some back in the end.
Yeah, disappointed. I said after in the TV interview, we're a nearly team this season where moments of the game has cost us. So to concede a couple of goals in quick succession like that, then you're on the back foot. And I think that's kind of the story of us this year, and something that we want to get past, so that in the moments we can win the moment and then have more success as a team. We can get to where we want to get to. How
do you go from being a nearly team to a team that is there? Like, what do you need to change either in the next couple of weeks or?
Yeah, we're really focusing on winning that next moment and then developing like the people that we have in the group. We've obviously got some good young players and some good senior pros. So for me, it's like, it's such a fine line. The Women's A-League is very competitive, and we need to get over that. So it's about being more clinical in the final third and then defending our box better in the moments and not giving the opposition goals. So I think it's just doubling down and becoming more and more of that mentality of, can you win your next moment, even if you've just had a bad one? Now the next one, can you win that one?
The next 2 weeks, obviously some pretty tough teams in Adelaide and Melbourne City. What's the goal? Do you sort of, you keep trying to drive those same principles that you've been doing all season, or do you sort of give people a bit of a chance before the season ends?
I think it's very important to try and finish as strongly as possible and put the best performances out there that you can. So that's what we'll be trying to do. We obviously lose a couple of the girls with the... am I allowed to say that? with the young Matilda stuff, which is fantastic for them, and that gives other people an opportunity. But we want to put our best foot forward and try and get over being that nearly team right away.
Like you said, you lose some of the young girls. Being that young and still having such an impact on the team, I suppose, is that a pretty cool, or like that says a lot about them as players, that they can be so young and it have an impact on the team?
I think that bodes well for the future. So if you're speaking about being a nearly team and what gets you over the line, I think the more experience the younger players get, if they grow into being good and top A-League players, and I think that with the group we have, some of the young ones can go above and beyond the A-League as well in their career. So I think that bodes well with the experience that they get. And yeah, there's some good players. So like, for sure, I keep looking forward to working with those players in the future.
Adelaide, when do you guys head down there?
Friday.
Friday. What are you sort of expecting from them? Claudia was saying before, they've got a really strong front line. So I suppose, what are you expecting from them?
Yeah, they're a good side. They score a lot of goals. I think we're looking this morning at in transition. I think we'll create some opportunities to hurt them, and they'll create some opportunities to hurt us. So how do we nullify their quick attacks and transition, and then how do we take the opportunities that we create? I actually thought one of our best performances of the season was we played them at home and we lost 2-1, and if you look at the stats in the game, we were a very, very good team. Jamie's actually good friends with the coach there, my assistant, and after the game, the Adelaide coach said that's the toughest team they've played against this year in those moments. So it's turning the chances that we create, if we can do it again, into goals.
Have you started planning towards next year? I mean, mathematically, obviously, I think you can still make the finals, but it's highly unlikely. Is this 2 weeks about putting an exclamation mark on this season, or have you already started?
No, I can't like deliver the mantra in there of winning our next moment, and the moment's important, and look too far in front of the future. Yeah. For me, it's like, this morning was really important. Like I said to the girls, like me myself, I'm trying to win the next moment of training. Like, we obviously get a little bit down not to get the outcome that we want, me included. So now, I'm very, very focused on this weekend, and I think it's the same thing. The better you do this weekend, the better that sets you up for in the future.
Yeah, so the girls aren't playing for their futures or things like that.
No,
you've seen them over a year,
Yeah, I'm not. You're not going to make a decision in that in 2 weeks. That's over a full season, and that's the same as me. Like, this is an industry where you've got to perform and you want to do well. So I'm focused on doing the best job I can, as the girls are focused on doing the best job that they can do.
So you've got some girls in the young Matildas. You've got some girls that played under 23s. They mentioned the Matildas. Sorry. They're going through a transition period. It's a massive step, that next step. Yeah. What do they have to do to make that next step?
I think you need to. I think players should always focus on the level that they're at. So if you want to be a Matilda, you got to go to the 20s and be one of the best players at the 20s. That's the thing. Then if you want to be a Matilda, a lot of the Matildas obviously play outside the A-League in bigger leagues. So if you want to get to that level, then you've got to become one of the best players at the A-League. Don't ask about your Matilda's call up if you're not one of the best players in the A-League, would be my thing to them. So conquer each level and then it'll come to you.
I mean, they're building the fundamentals to get to there.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that a fair assumption?
Yeah, for sure. There's some really, really good players. Like, I think if you look at Alexis Collins' development this year, from where she's come from and how young she is, to she can make the next 20 cycle. So she can do 2, so that's really important to her. Can she get to 2 World Cups? And then the other girls, like, they need to leverage this opportunity now and work as hard as they can, because there's some really talented players. I think you look at the men's and the women's side, the Jets men's the youngest team in the league, and us and Sydney are dead close in who's the youngest team on the women's side. So I think that bodes well for the future if these players become good senior players.
I remember my question. It was just about Anna. Is she likely to come back at all and before the season ends?
She's doing more, so I think it'll be close with whether she gets in or not. So it's not we're not in a position where it's something we want to push, like we've spoke about before with her history of concussions and where she's at. We want to support her and make sure that as an individual she's in the best place that she can be in with her concussion. But it is very, very close. So maybe we will see her, maybe we won't, but I don't want to put pressure on from us to see her play.